I'm waiting for my homie Bob to come through with one of the rarest Jordan 1s ever. It's a pair that I'd never seen in person. Over the years, I've gotten to know a lot of different collectors. Some of these collectors spend big money on these rare shoes. One of my guys just hit me up letting me know that here in Arizona, there's a seller for one of the most rarest Jordan 1s ever. My job is to make sure this transaction happens. I got a lot of cash in my pocket. I'm hoping we can make a deal happen today. What's up, Bob? How you doing?
I'm doing great today. Brought the shoes in.
All right. So what you have right here, man, is something really special. And honestly, I'm really surprised that you're the original owner of these, right?
Right.
That's amazing. How old were you when you got these?
It would be 1985. I'm born in 43, 53, 63, 73. I don't know, what, 42, 43.
What made you want to hold on to these for 40 years?
Because I held on to everything. I got my comic book collection I bought in 68. I've got my record collection. I just hold on to things that are of value, anything I think of value. I'm
just kind of like amazed by even touching these shoes. I haven't seen these ever. I've been working with sneakers for like the last 15 years. Orange metallics is a shoe you just don't come by anymore. I'm just amazed that you had them for this long. Bob, where did you get these?
It was a place called Sports Authority. I came in there, that's where I bought my other Jordans, I think.
Exactly.
And so I bought them for about, I don't know, 115 or
115 bucks.
Or maybe less, I'm not sure.
Well, either way, man, what I'm about to give you is like way more than 115 bucks for these shoes. So I wish I was gonna buy these personally. I'm just a middleman for this transaction, but just holding these shoes and talking to you is more than enough for me. Like, this is amazing. So I'm gonna take these shoes off your hands. I owe you some money. We agreed on $8,000, is that right?
Correct.
All right, that's a lot of money. Let's count it.
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Eight, 9, 10. Might have counted wrong at some point. Bob, thank you so much. I'm gonna pack this up for you.
Well, I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, Bob. Thank you so much for coming by. It was great to hear your story. You guys just saw me make one of the biggest transactions I've ever made for a pair of sneakers. Now, these aren't just any regular pair of sneakers. These are the orange metallic 85 Jordan 1s, extremely rare to come by. I've been working with shoes for the last 13, 14 years. This is the first time I've ever seen a pair of orange metallics up close in my hand. I'm super excited to work on these. When it comes to the original 85 metallic pack, I've worked on the majority of them. The only ones I think I'm missing is the purple and burgundies, but I have a feeling I'll work on those soon. I can check these off my list as soon as I'm done with this project. Now, this pair right here is in really good condition compared to some of the other pairs I've seen. A lot of the metallic areas on the swoosh and the collar is still fully there. Most of the pairs look like this all around. Looking at both of these shoes, the orange metallic for the most part is still intact. The task for this project is to not mess around with the orange metallic. We gotta leave it as is. I don't wanna flex it or press it because that will cause damage and it'll flake off and that'll damage the shoes. The soles are also in really good condition. They're not hard at all. They're still flexible. The leather on the sneaker, believe it or not, is still really soft. The mission for this project is to preserve them and make them presentable. We don't wanna do anything that's gonna devalue these shoes. This is a rare gem. If I was to apply paint or replace anything on the shoe, it'll automatically devalue the shoe. Two things I can promise you in this video. One, this shoe's gonna look so much better when we're done. And second, I have a good feeling these shoes are gonna be worth a lot more. Let's get started. First things first, I'm gonna take out the shoelaces and the insoles very carefully. When it comes to the shoelaces, supposedly if you pull too hard, some of these laces can snap. It hasn't happened to me yet, but I believe it. I don't want it to happen to this shoe, so I'm carefully gonna pull them out. As I was taking out the laces and the insoles, I could just see a cloud of dust coming out. It's pretty nasty. Typically, I go next door and use the air compressor. I am gonna do that for all three parts of the shoe, but I gotta be very careful. I'm not too worried about the laces. The insoles, I just gotta do it very carefully. A lot of the foam is deteriorating between the top portion and the bottom portion. You can see it all around the edges. It's a lot worse on this one. I am gonna blow it off, but very carefully. I don't wanna get more of this stuff off. Now, when it comes to the sneakers, I gotta be extra careful, specifically on the metallic areas. I'm not gonna blow any air on those areas. If I do, a lot of those orange metallic areas will fly right off. So really what I'm gonna do is just focus on the inside, take care of the tongue and other small areas of the shoe. So far so good. Just by doing that step, these shoes look so much better. On the inside of the sneakers, there was so much dust and debris from the last 40 years, I had to put on a mask for this step. For the laces, when I used the compressor, a lot of dust did come out. This next step, what I'm gonna do is put it inside a bowl of water with some solution. The water right now, as is clear. I'm gonna let them sit for a good couple of days. When I take them out, I guarantee you this water is gonna be brown. Let's do that now real quick. All right, so the laces are gonna sit in here for a good 2 days. I'm gonna put these to the side. We'll come back to this later. As far as the shoes go, I'm gonna take care of the hardest part first, which is the soles. The soles aren't extremely dirty. However, the grime and dirt that's been on this rubber has been sitting here for a really long time. So there's a good chance I'm gonna have to give it a good scrub. Throughout this cleaning, I'm gonna have to be very careful with the orange metallic areas. I don't wanna put any pressure on those areas because it'll crack. When I'm cleaning the midsoles and the outsoles, I wanna stay away from the uppers. We'll come back to that later. I just wanna get the soles as clean as possible for now. I'm gonna be using 2 different brushes, our brass bristle brush, this blue brush to get inside the stitching, and of course, our solution. Let's get to work. Not gonna lie, you can eat off these soles. That's how clean they came out. I spent 2.5 hours on this part alone. I made sure I got rid of all the grime that was trapped inside the corners and crevices all around the sole. Same thing with the midsole. The cream stitching matches the midsole nicely. All that grime got fully removed. I'm really proud on how this cleaning is turning out. Now for the uppers, we got a nice reset going. I got a clean mat, fresh water, a soft bristle brush, and some shoe trees to do this cleaning correctly. I'm gonna be inserting our shoe trees in first. I'm gonna put them inside very carefully. As you can see, right now there's a lot of natural creasing going on in the toe box. Once I start the cleaning on the toe boxes, I am gonna oversaturate it, mainly because when the shoes are fully dried, it's gonna mold to the shape of the shoe tree. During this cleaning, I am gonna be only using our soft bristle brush. This is the perfect brush for the job. I'm gonna go in a circular motion all around. I'm gonna break this cleaning down into sections. As I go, I'll be patting it down dry. The only area I gotta stay away from is the orange metallic. We don't wanna get that area wet at all. Let's put the shoe trees inside. Looking good so far. The toe box is a better shape. A lot of the creasing is going away. It's looking great. The great thing about our solution is it contains natural oils. As I'm cleaning the shoe up, it's also reconditioning the leather, getting it deep inside, so for years to come, it stays healthy. I'm gonna move on to this back area right here. I'm getting closer to the orange metallic. Let's be careful. The solution and the brush is definitely doing the trick. I can tell by the stitching, it's looking a lot whiter. Some areas where the leather still exists, it's looking a lot white. This isn't exactly dirt, that's scuffed up leather. Once it dries, it's not gonna look as brown, but just so you guys know, this is not dirt, this is paint that's missing. The soft bristle brush did its trick. The back and the front area are looking so much better. Unfortunately, I can no longer use this brush. I'm getting into areas where it's really close to the orange metallic. If I continue to use this brush, I'm risking a lot. I'm gonna put this to the side and bust out a toothbrush. This brush has soft and dense bristles. It's exactly what I need. I'm gonna break this down once again into sections. I'm almost done with this cleaning. Everything's looking great so far. The leather looks good. Same thing with the outsoles. The only thing that's left are the tongues. I'm really excited to share with you guys our brand new product that we just released, our Rejuvenator X OxiClean Sneaker Hat Foam Cleaner. This stuff works amazing. We've been working on this for a really long time and we're excited to finally release it. You can find this at rejuvenator.com right now. I'm gonna use this for the tongues. It's perfect for spot cleaning and full deep cleans. However, in this situation, I don't want to oversaturate the tongues. Really, I'm just gonna go ahead and pump directly onto the tongues, give it a good scrub, pat it down dry. Between the Rejuvenator and OxiClean, I should get some great results. However, you gotta remember these shoes are from 85, 40 years old, so there's some stains that are not gonna fully come out, but it should do the trick. Let's go ahead and clean it up using our cleaner and our saw bristle brush. This product has been in the works for a really long time, but we believe we created the perfect sneaker foam cleaner. This product is great for spot cleaning or regular cleaning, and it doesn't need water. First, you want to pump directly to the area you want to clean. Next, using the saw bristle brush, you want to brush in a circular motion until all the dirt is fully gone. And lastly, using our Rejuvenator microfiber towel, pat it down dry. Cleaning is all complete. In just a moment, I'll put them in the Vick 2000 so the UV rays can help whiten up the leather and remove some of the yellowing from the midsoles. For now, let's get back to the laces. Originally, I said the water was going to be left looking brown. I was wrong. It's actually yellow. It's pretty disgusting, man. So I'm pretty sure these laces have never been cleaned before. If you look at the water, it's like an orangey brown yellow looking color. It's disgusting. Over here, I got a fresh bowl of water and solution. One more time, I'm gonna put the laces in here, let it sit for another day. After that, I'm gonna take them to the sink and give them a good rinse. I should be wearing gloves. Let's see what this water looks like tomorrow. Let's put the shoes in the Vick 2000. So far, I'm really happy with how the shoe is looking. Just by cleaning the sneaker up and putting them in the Vick 2000, it looks so much better. The leather's nice and soft all around, specifically on the toe box. It already had that feel early on, but with the solution, it made it a lot softer. A lot of the yellowing came out of the tongue. The soles have a nice creamy tint to it that matched the uppers nicely. Another thing I noticed, just by using a foam cleaner and letting it dry properly, the tongue has some more structure to it. Originally, it was pretty floppy and loose. We're almost done with this project. There's a couple steps left. But real quick, I have some really important and cool information when it comes to the metallic pack. The reason why they're so rare is because they were only available to coaches through the Nike Coaches program. The coaches would go in, order a colorway that matches their team. Sometimes Nike would have overstock that would make it to mom and pop stores, but in limited quantities. Bob did mention that he got these from a Sports Authority here in Arizona back in '85. I did get a text from Bob a couple days ago saying that he might remember the school that may have ordered these shoes back in '85, and it's a high school called Corona del Sol in Tempe, Arizona. I'm gonna put these to the side one more time and focus on the laces. This is again another 2 days of the laces sitting inside. To be fair, I didn't rinse them before putting them in fresh water, so some of that nasty water came over here as well. But once again, they are pretty disgusting. I'm gonna go to the sink one more time, give them a good scrub and rinse until the water comes out clear. Laces are all cleaned up and dried. Nothing like some original '85 orange laces. In a bit, I'll lace them up. All that has to do on these sneakers is to recondition the leather and the metallic areas. So for this, I'm gonna be using our Rejuvenator Mink Oil. This step is very important to do on these older sneakers. They're almost 40 years old. The leather and the metallic areas have held up nicely to this point, but we wanna preserve them for another 40 years. They don't make them like this anymore. We have to preserve what we have, especially these because you don't see these every day. We're gonna spray a nice even coat of a Rejuvenator Mink Oil all around, let it sit for a few hours so the materials can absorb it, and then we'll lace it up. All right, all that's left to do is to put the laces back in. All right, guys, that's gonna bring us to an end on one of the rarest '85 Jordan 1s to walk through my door. This was a fun project all around, from playing middleman and helping my friend get these shoes for $8,000 bucks, meeting Bob, working on these shoes was just a blast all around. These 85 orange metallics are extremely rare, and the chances of me working on another pair anytime soon are pretty low, unless you have a pair that you want to send my way. I am still looking for a pair of burgundy metallics and some purple metallics. Help me check those off my list if you guys have a pair that wants some work on. All in all, this project was pretty straightforward, but it was very meticulous, mainly because of the orange cracking on the collars and the swooshes. I didn't want to flex the sneaker too much or hold it in areas that were very delicate. It made it extremely difficult when I was cleaning up the soles. Cleaning up the soles, that took 2.5 hours, but this is one of the parts that I'm most proud of. Every single little crevice is back to looking brand new. There was a lot of scuffs going on the white leather. I was able to buff it out using a towel. The shoe tree also helped eliminate the creasing from the toe box. It has a nice shape to it on both shoes. And lastly, I hit the upper with some Rejuvenator mink oil to recondition the leather and the metallic areas. I am going to spray with some more coats before I ship these out to make sure the uppers are fully reconditioned. You can find all our products, including our brand new foam cleaner, at rejuvenator.com. Use code metallic20 to save 20% off your order, but that code is only good for 24 hours. This is Vick Almighty. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys on Monday. See you guys.